Primetime local news, serving the Lakeland and Midwest regions.
All right, happy Thursday. I lost track. It's Wednesday today.
It is Wednesday.
Doesn't feel like Wednesday. It feels more like Monday for us as we had yesterday off. And of course, this is the first show of 2019 for us here at PTLN. We got a lot coming up in the show, including Brett Holden down at the Civic Center for a big game tonight.
Yeah, it's a really big game for the Bobcats. So I think after the show, I'm hopefully going to go head down there and cheer them on because it's an important one.
It'll be your first Bobcats game,
yeah,
right?
Exactly. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, and so we'll have all this and more coming up later on in the show. But right now, let's send over to Brett Holden down at the Civic.
Well, tonight at 7:30, your Lloydminster Bobcats will take on the White Court Wolverines as the Bobcats are currently chasing the Wolverines for that last playoff spot. We're going to be talking a little bit about a little game plan for the Bobcats who are chasing the Wolverines, and we're going to be talking to some of the players as well heading into the second half of the season. We'll have a little bit more coming up from here at the Civic Center, but let's head to Elise who has a look at your local news.
Perfect. Thank you, Brett. Well, we have a look at the first baby born in Lloydminster in 2019. Baby girl Bowie Araya Dillon was born at 12:24 on January 1st, and mother Tennille says she couldn't be happier.
It wasn't too fun at first being in pain, but I just made the decision to have a C-section with her, be the safest way to bring her into the world, and it was all worth it. All the pain and the recovery and everything. We're just excited to have her.
Bowie was born 8 pounds 6 ounces and is Tennille's second child, and Tennille says the name has a special meaning.
Oh, she's named after David Bowie.
And now we're going to go to Brett Holden, who is at the Civic Center getting ready for the Bobcats game.
Joined now by Chance Adrian, forward for the Bobcats. Now, Chance, we were talking a little bit, and you were saying that there was a lot of movement for this White Court team. What's kind of your expectations for tonight?
Yeah, just like you said, I know they've had a couple trades, so for us, we don't really know too much about them. We know they're a fresh team. They're in a similar spot as us, where we're battling for a playoff push and trying to get a run here going.
So for you, you kind of play all corners of the rink here. So for you, what's your big just kind of expectation for tonight?
For myself, I just got to get my feet moving, get pucks in, keep things simple, and go out there, be physical, and be a positive voice on the bench like I always am.
Perfect. And we were talking a little bit about the holidays in your hometown. You mentioned that where you're from, you were able to play a little bit for your hometown. But what were kind of some things that you learned from there that you can accumulate to bring in here in Lloydminster?
I think similar to a lot of Saskatchewan small towns is the biggest thing you take away is just the hard work and the love for the game. You know, your parents are waking up early for 6 a.m. practices and freezing cold rinks and stuff, and you learn to just work your hardest every time you're on the ice and just really enjoy the game.
And what about for some expectations for the second half of the season, not only for you, but for inside the locker room as well?
I think for our team, and myself included, we're looking for a good push, like I said earlier. We want to come out and finish the second half with a bang and just see where it goes, work our hardest every game, and hope for the best.
Now, this is a team you guys are chasing really quickly. Heading in for the rest of the season, what are some things that for you personally you want to focus on?
Personally, myself, obviously, I'm an older guy. I'm a leader on this team, and I just want to get my offensive side going a little more, get a little more points on the board when I can, and just take advantage of my chances when I get them.
Perfect. We'll have a little bit more coming up from here at the Civic Center, but let's head back into the studio where Brendan has a look at your weather.
Thank you, Brett. Well, taking a look outside at the weather, it's kind of a bit slushy out there. This is a sidewalk in our city, so you can see the melt that took place. Of course, when we go through the overnight, it's going to start to freeze over, so it could become a little bit slippery as you are going outside. Tomorrow morning, west winds 22 kilometers an hour right now, and records from today 6 degrees and minus 34 from 2007 and 2009. And right now 4 degrees and the sun already set at 4:13 p.m. this afternoon. Current temperatures right now 3 in Provost, Wainwright, Vermilion, and 4 in Marwayne, 4 in St. Paul, 2 in Bonnyville, 3 in Provost, 4 in Macklin, 3 in Maidstone, 4 in St. Walburg, 3 in Meadow Lake, and 2 degrees in Green Lake right now. And currently the sky conditions clearer more in Cold Lake right now, and mostly cloudy in Isle Cross and cloudy skies across the rest of the regions. near Murnum, Saskatoon, and Provost, and Meadow Lake. And temperatures overnight, -2 Meadow Lake, -4 Provost, -3 Paradise Hill, -2 in Murnum, and -3 in Unity for the overnight. There is a slight chance of freezing rain in the morning. It's only a 30% chance though in Lloydminster. -3 in the morning and -1 in the afternoon. Friday, -7 for the morning and -2 for the afternoon. Winds out of the northwest, 10 to 15 kilometers an hour, and a 30% chance of freezing rain that day. Saturday looks okay, -12 in the morning and -9 in the afternoon. We get southeast winds that day, 15 to 20 kilometers an hour, and just a mostly cloudy sky.
Welcome back. A provincial livestock partner is getting set to hand down its award of distinction. Gerard Lampau learns about the nomination process.
Alberta Farm Animal Care is gearing up for its annual awards, which will be handed down during its conference in Olds on March 20th and 21st.
The theme of the conference this year is Partners in Progress, Tools for Success. So the goal behind that theme is to really highlight the practicality behind agriculture.
Several speakers are on board for the conference.
The keynote speaker for the 2019 Livestock Care Conference is Dr. Rebecca Jimenez. And not only will she be doing a one-hour presentation on her technical large animal emergency rescue workshops, but she'll also be doing a condensed version of the workshop on the March 20th, where she'll be able to have people attend and they'll be able to get a sneak peek of what the workshop entails.
A highlight of the conference is the Awards of Distinction, which were first handed out in 2001.
And there are 3 different award categories. So the different categories are the Award of Distinction for Communication, the Award of Distinction for Industry Leadership, and the Award of Distinction for Innovation.
Past winners include the Calgary researcher behind the only approved pain relief drug for cattle.
So Merle Olson is definitely one of our past winners, and last year our winners we had for the Award of Distinction for Communications, it was awarded to the East Olds Dairy Farmer Group. And for industry leadership, it was awarded to Lakeland College.
The nomination deadline is February 15th.
So you can either nominate them online at afac.ab.ca/awards-of-distinction, or you can send it directly to my email address, which is Kristen, Kristen, @afac.ab.ca.
The winners will be notified by March 1st to make arrangements to receive the awards at the Olds Conference on March 21st. Gerard Lampau, Primetime Local News.
Conservative leader Andrew Scheer welcomed 2019 with a warning that the carbon tax will climb if Canadians re-elect Justin Trudeau. Scheer told reporters at a New Year's Day news conference in a Giant Tiger store in Regina that Trudeau's experts and his own government departments are telling him to take the tax hike. The federal government's new carbon pricing system comes into effect in 2019 in the provinces that don't have carbon pricing mechanisms of their own. And Scheer says this time next year he plans on being able to tell Canadians that the carbon tax is a thing of the past. And that's your Ag News. Sports is next, but first we'll take a look at your ag prices.
Every member of the City Centre Auto Body team has been through extensive training. We're constantly upgrading our team's education to reflect current collision repair technique.
And now we're going to go to Brett Holden, who is live at the Civic Centre getting ready for the Bobcats game.
Joined now by Andrew Hunt, one of the defensemen for the Bobcats. Now, Andrew, you came in halfway through the season. What did you know coming into Lloydminster? I know you're from BC, so a little bit of a difference for you coming from BC to Lloyd.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I knew that the town was on the border because I'd driven through it before, like just going to Saskatchewan and stuff like that, but I didn't really know much about the size or the cold weather. But I mean, I've liked it a lot so far. I've had really great billets, and the boys have been really good so far. So I mean, it's been a positive experience for sure.
So coming from the BCHL into the AJ, what are some things that you learned from the BC heading into the AJ?
I mean, I think one of the main things was just like the hard work that it takes to play at this level and maintain, like a high level of performance day in and day out. Obviously, we play a lot of games and a lot of practices, and you can get banged up and it can get wear on you mentally. But if you, I think, just focus on getting better a little bit every day, then that helps a lot for sure.
And for you, you're obviously a big guy standing next to me. I know that doesn't say much, but what can you tell us about just kind of your game and heading into the second half? What are some things that you're aiming to get better on?
Right. So I think my game's more defensive. I have a big guy, so I have a long reach. You can use that stick to deflect pucks a lot of the time and make it hard for the opposing players. But I'd like to work a little bit more on my offensive kind of side, go in the second half and help on that end of the ice as well.
And for tonight, I know you're not in the lineup tonight, but there's not much you guys know about Whitecourt, but what are the main things for the guys tonight to remember?
I think we got to get pucks deep for sure. Get them behind their D. They're kind of a slower team, so I feel like we can use our speed to exploit that for sure. And then just getting lots of shots in the net because you can score from anywhere. And I think just getting pucks deep and getting the puck to the net is the two most important things for sure.
Perfect. Thank you, Andrew. We'll have a little bit more coming up from here at the Civic Center. Let's head back into the studio with a look at your weather.
Thank you, Brett. And here's a look at some of the daytime highs that we saw from earlier today. 5 degrees in Lloydminster for the high and 11 in Rocky Mountain House, 10 degrees in Nordegg, 9 degrees in Edson, and 11 degrees at Calgary at the airport. And very gusty as well in through western Alberta, 106 and 150 km/h winds. So very strong winds, and there are still wind warnings in place in through western areas of Alberta. Now across Saskatchewan, we've got 4 degrees in Moose Jaw, 3 in Swift Current, 2 in Regina, 0 in Yorkton, and through Alberta. Still 8 degrees in Calgary right now, 4 degrees in Lethbridge and Medicine Hat, and 1 degree in Coronation. So we had the warm front move across the region. That is why we got so warm today, 5 degrees here in Lloydminster. Now, as that continues to move across, we will see that west wind move in. So very warm in through western Alberta today. The cold front as well is going to drag through the region over the next few days, and temperatures will start to fall below 0 degrees as we see that move through. As well, we could see some freezing rain for tomorrow. Satellite radar map right now, just mostly cloudy skies through the region at the moment. And temperatures for tomorrow still doing on the warm side. -1 Maidstone, -1 St. Walburg and Meadow Lake, 0 in Green Lake for tomorrow. 1 degree in Provost and Macklin, -1 Wainwright, -2 Vermilion, -1 Marwayne, -2 St. Paul and Bonnyville and Pierceland as well. Now North Battleford right now looking at 3 degrees, -3 overnight and -1 degree for the daytime high tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies. Cold Lake at the airport right now looking at 2 degrees, mainly clear and -3 overnight and -2 for the high tomorrow, cloudy skies over there. Now Lloydminster right now, 4 degrees, cloudy skies, winds out of the west, 22 km/h, -3 overnight, and west winds 15 to 20, mostly cloudy. Slight chance of freezing rain for tomorrow at -1. Friday, -7 and -2 for temperatures, and there is a 40% chance of freezing rain that day. -12 Saturday morning and -9 in the afternoon, mostly cloudy. -11 Sunday morning, -7 in the afternoon, gusty that day and 40% chance of flurries. Falling to -14 by Monday afternoon, -8 on Tuesday, and -7 on Wednesday.
And now we're going to go to Brett Holden, who is live at the Civic Center for the Bobcats game.
Joined now by Braden Berthold with the Lloydminster Bobcats. Now, Braden, you were traded from Okotoks to here. What were some things that you're taking in from Okotoks to apply here with the Bobcats?
Just kind of the kind of culture there. Lots of high-end guys coming out of there, and try and make myself play like that. Kind of role models the type of players that have come out of that program. So kind of try and bring that here in myself.
So for you, like I said, a new team, but playing white court. Team doesn't know too much about them, but what do you know, and how can you kind of attack this team tonight?
We know they're physical and they're pretty gritty. They like to play hard hockey, so we kind of got to give it back to them and not take any of their stuff, and just show them how we can play and play with intensity that we have.
Perfect. Now for you, you're from Leduc rather. Let's kind of talk about your junior hockey days, growing up and making it to the AJ.
Yeah, I played Leduc midget AAA last couple years in Leduc, and it was fun. We had Telus Cup run 2 years ago. That was a pretty fun year, and yeah, I've always been in Leduc, so it's been it's a good place to play, definitely.
Now, we were talking a little bit about we've been watching the World Juniors. You've played against and played with some of the guys who are playing for Team Canada. For you, just being able to play at such a high level of hockey, what does that mean to you?
It's pretty crazy, you get to watch these guys on TV, and you want to be as good as they are, but yeah, you just got to watch them and see what they're doing right and try and follow that. Yeah.
Now, Braden's an Oilers fan. That's what I like to hear. If you had to kind of measure your game against anyone, who would it be, and kind of who do you model your game after, I guess, would be the right way to put it?
Personally, I'm a really big fan of Leon Draisaitl. I like how he sees the ice, and I think I kind of model myself after that, passing-wise, and it's kind of forward I think I am. So, yeah, Leon Draisaitl for sure.
Perfect. Well, puck drop here is at 7:30. We'll have a little bit more coming up from here at the Civic Center. Let's head back into the studio with a look at your question of the day.
All right, so we took to Facebook to ask you guys. Many people are participating in an event called Dry January. Now, for those that don't know what Dry January is, it's basically when you give up alcohol for the entire month, whether you're a casual drinker or someone that does kind of once in a while. But do you think it's a good idea, and is it something that you're participating in? We have some comments here that one woman wrote, "I would rather diet strongly for a month of January. That would do more good. And it's a personal choice," says one woman. "It's a personal choice, so I wouldn't say it's necessarily a good idea, but she would never participate, but kudos to those who do." Now, the health thing, it is a big health thing, because you're cutting those extra calories out of your diet and all the stuff that you don't really need, and overall you just feel better.
For sure. Yeah, I think that's probably more of the reason why people do it. Just it's all a part of healthy dieting and healthy eating, so to kick off the year that way is probably very helpful. Yeah, I mean, you can take it how you want, right? If you are the type of person who has a glass of wine at dinner, then I mean, you could probably just kind of take it as you go, right?
Casually kind of do it. Like
totally.
Once a week is not the end of the world. But
yeah, exactly.
But I mean, like in a sense, maybe if you're not a drinker, maybe you want to do other things, like maybe give up, dry junk, like give up junk food or anything like that.
Totally.
Yeah, or any
you
other
could definitely just like take that idea and put it towards any sort of resolution,
or
really.
Just any kind of vice, really. So,
yeah, for
exactly.
sure.
So, anyways, it's that time for our Pets of the Day segment, where we showcase your pets that you submit to us here on Primetime Local News. This is Nacho,
Love
submitted
that
by
name.
Jody. Yeah, very cute name indeed. Very tired kitty there.
Yeah.
Very cute indeed. Next we have Dozy.
Aw, so sweet.
Submitted by Cordy. Look at that little bow.
Yeah, the blue bow is sweet.
We have Cheese and Chucky. I'm hoping this is named after Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese, yep.
Yeah,
flip it.
very fluffy cat, submitted by
Cute.
Giselle. Thank you for that. This is Indy, submitted by Amber.
Just a baby.
She's 4.5 months old. Very,
There
very
you go.
adorable.
So
and last
cute.
but not least, we have Coda.
Coda is ready for surgery.
She's ready for work, yeah. Submitted by Nicole. Thank you for that. If your pet was shown here, you're automatically entered to win a Pet Pad gift card, which we're giving away at the end of the week on the second hour of PTLN. So keep those pet picks coming.
We want to see your pets. Send photos of your pet and their name to our Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram to have them featured on Pet of the Day. Your name will be entered into a weekly draw for a gift certificate from the Pet Pad.
Furniture set and design supplied by Furniture Gallery and Furniture House, downtown Lloydminster.
Well, tonight the Lloydminster Bobcats take on the White Court Wolverines in a game that the Bobcats are currently chasing the Wolverines for the last playoff spot. Some things that they mentioned was, I know they did lose 5-0 in their last game, but that score did not necessarily shadow exactly what happened in those games. So in that game rather, so they're going to try and build off that heading into a tough competition. It's their second game back from the break. Well, we'll have we spoke to the coach, and they're saying that they really want to get pucks deep, trying to beat this team, and who is known for a bigger team as well. Well, that'll do it for me here. And Elise, I know that you're going to be coming down to the game tonight. There's popcorn popping for you. I know you're always wanting the popcorn, but I let them know that they better clean out the mascot uniform for you, so you're going to be in that there.
Can you please wear the mascot outfit?
Close, Brett. Not even close, but thank you. I am going, and I will be eating popcorn.
All right, well, take
mascot,
a look at
maybe not.
All right, we'll take a look at your weather really quickly. -2 for Friday, -9 Saturday, -7 on Monday. 40% chance of some flurries there. You may get some freezing rain though tomorrow, as I quickly forgot to mention. -14 on Monday, -8 on Tuesday, and -7 on Wednesday with that 30% chance of some snow there. So it's getting a little bit cooler again, but again, nothing like we had yesterday or on New Year's Eve.
Maybe we should put Brett in the mascot costume.
We could.
We should try that.
You could be we'll switch roles. You can be you two can switch roles. He'll be the live you'll be the live reporter there, and he'll be the mascot,
Perfect.
probably photobombing the entire
And then
time.
I'll just eat all the popcorn. So I'm excited to go. I haven't been, and it's gonna be a good game. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's a lot on the line there, of course, for the Bobcats as they chase that
awesome.
final playoff spot. Well, that's going to do it for us here this evening, folks. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great rest of your night.
Have a good night.